Running a small business in Albuquerque has its challenges, but there is one person in particular who is making things especially difficult. It's a man employees, police, and attorneys say they want to help, but as KRQE investigative reporter Gabrielle Burkhart shows you, the justice system seems to be failing them all.
Craving a local treat?
So we have the bizcochito, prickly pear and lemon, and red and green chili truffles. And they're so good.
Look no further than Nob Hill.
Thank you.
Patty Klaus is the owner and manager of The Chocolate Dude, a shop that's been around for more than a decade.
There's benefits to being on Central and being in Nob Hill. It's a lovely area and we want to be a big part of the community.
She's all smiles with her team making chocolate, but over the last year, there's one person who's been keeping their workplace on edge.
Be cool with us, Michael.
Michael Garcia is well known to Albuquerque police and businesses along Central.
When did you first become aware of him?
I want to say in January of 2023 was around the first time that we had interactions with him.
Friendly staff would give him coffee and water at first, but Klaus says his behavior shifted when they'd ask him to move along.
And then after that, it slowly progressed. He started getting more aggressive.
Surveillance cameras capture Garcia threatening employees, aiming a pretend gun at them. He's bashed in their window.
We actually had to lock customers in with us.
Klaus says he's taken a swing at her employee. In another instance, she says they were finally able to get him outside.
And then he sat on our patio for 2 hours, exposing himself and masturbating to the public. We called the police multiple times.
We've arrested him 9 times just in 2024, so averaging at least 1 time a month for a variety of offenses, from obviously misdemeanor criminal trespass to felony criminal damage to property, and investigated reports of him assaulting and battering people that work and live in this area, and seemingly out of nowhere.
APD Commander Kyle Hartsock explains the Chocolate Dude isn't alone in reporting problems with Garcia. He's accused of harassing staff at Olo Frozen Yogurt, kicking in the glass at Boba Tea.
For us, he will not leave, and he has taken his pants down, and he's naked in the shop.
Witnesses say he punched a worker at Einstein Bagels, and in August, he's accused of punching a female manager at the 66 Diner.
It's boiling over, and it shouldn't get that far.
So why is the system failing here? Garcia's had dozens of arrests and criminal charges dating back nearly 20 years, but court records also show Garcia's been found incompetent to stand trial. And when that happens in a misdemeanor battery case, for example, case dismissed and Garcia gets released with no help for him or his victims.
Michael Garcia is a good example of someone who I feel like the system is not set up to help, and it is going to continue to cause problems in our community.
Steve Diamond is a deputy district attorney in Bernalillo County.
So there are constitutional issues. We can't convict people who are incompetent.
If someone's found incompetent and dangerous by the court, that person can be sent to the Behavioral Health Institute in Las Vegas to be treated back to competency. It's a temporary process, and a cycle records show Garcia went through after this 2021 arrest.
This guy assaulted my brother at work.
Police video shows officers responding to a call for help from food truck staff.
He asked us for pizza. We told him, we got to go home. Can't be around here. We're trying to work and stuff. And he took the pint glass, and smashed it against my brother's face.
All right.
Charged with aggravated battery, Garcia was evaluated, found dangerous by the court, and ordered to the BHI in Las Vegas for treatment. Less than 6 months later, the case was dismissed, citing the defendant could not be treated to competency.
The problem often is that there aren't the places to send them that are effective in addressing the issue.
Chief Public Defender Bennett Bauer is with the office that represents clients like Garcia. While he agrees with everyone else that Garcia's problems won't be solved in jail or on the streets, other options for people like Garcia are lacking.
The options are really pretty limited. It's enough of a problem in Albuquerque. I can tell you outside of Albuquerque In the other 32 counties in New Mexico, it's even more difficult to address people with issues like this.
So we are here for preventive detention hearing this afternoon.
After his most recent arrest for kicking in the glass at Boba Tea, the state asked to hold Garcia in jail pending trial.
You can't ensure the safety with the public order.
There is a danger posed here, and I think it's a level of danger that could be addressed by conditions. But in Mr. Garcia's case, I don't know that there are conditions like consent that would be followed or that would adequately address Mr. Garcia's needs.
The judge and Garcia's public defender agreed they wanted another option for him, but didn't have one.
Given that, I will grant the state's motion at this time and uphold Mr. Garcia.
Meaning for now, Garcia will stay in jail.
Is jail the right place for Mr. Garcia?
Today it is, because there's nowhere else for him to go. Long term, no. Mr. Garcia shouldn't be in jail. But he also shouldn't be breaking windows and causing this chaos.
We asked about long-term care options or a civil commitment, for example. The DA's office tells us the crimes usually have to get much worse for those options to be available. Even in a civil commitment, you're saying there needs to be proof that he has permanently hurt somebody.
Exactly.
Is that burden of proof too high?
In my opinion, yes.
Knowing he's not on the streets for now, Klaus and her staff breathe a temporary sigh of relief.
There's the option of continuing to put us in harm's way or closing the doors. It's really frustrating and very disheartening to even think about that being a possibility.
Gabrielle Burkhart, KRQE Investigates.
Garcia is currently at MDC awaiting a competency evaluation. If he's found incompetent to stand trial again, his case will likely get dismissed and he will be released. It is not clear when that might happen.